Hey, what is up, guys? It's DoubleWinning, and today I've got a Jax ranked top lane gameplay. As you can see here, starting off the game real well here. Making sure I'm right in the center of the fountain, before I buy my items. I am starting Crystalline Flask, 1 ward, and 1 health potion. I'm going up against, not Jarvan. I don't know why that's that way. It's supposed to be that. There we go. I'm going up against Lee Sin top. Flash Ignite versus Flash Ignite. Got that Pax Jax rocking on. And I'm going to let you guys know, very beginning, I do not do well this game. You guys have been pestering me to post a game where I lose. And I won't do this for the future videos if I post losing videos. But I'm going to let you know right off the bat, I am going to lose this game. And I am not going to lose it pretty. But we're going to kind of try and check why that is, okay? So if I walked into lane here, I click on Lee Sin, I see a rejuvenation bead, I see 5 health potions. What does that mean? It means he warded. I wasn't able to see this ward. I'm actually going to turn off my Fog of War here. Or I'm going to turn on my Fog of War here, rather, so you can see exactly what I was seeing, or rather what I should have been seeing. So his area is warded here, which means he can play as aggressive as he wants. And in the very beginning, we're actually just being pretty passive, which I was totally down for. Jax, in my opinion, scales better than Lee Sin into the late game, especially if we go like hyper late game. 6-item Jax is incredibly strong. But I make a few mistakes, and you'll see them here pretty soon. I believe. It's been a while since I've seen this. So Lee Sin makes a pretty good play there. He sees the Skarner go through the tri-bush into that river bush, so he throws a Q out, basically says, "Hey Skarner, I can see you," and then he decides to head up through the lane bush there, but it's pretty obvious that Lee Sin saw him since he backed up the moment, because there was a creep like right in this direction, so he was able to see that. So Skarner leaves, after applying a little bit of pressure there, not really enough to make a difference, but that's okay. And we just kind of go back to our CSing. And mistakes, obviously, I'm probably going to miss a lot of CS here. That's not really the kind of mistakes I'm talking about. Unless you're like really, really high up, those kind of mistakes aren't going to lose you a game. But I play pretty aggressive there. I Q in, I use my E. And at this point, though, if I would have gone back and done this matchup again, I probably wouldn't have aggressed on him at all in the early levels. Just because he does have a rejuve bead and a ton of health potions, so I'm not really going to knock him out of lane with my amount of mana. I would have needed to definitely get more items before I have the chance to actually like try and knock him out of lane. And so you can see that I warded there, and it looks like they did ping, basically saying that he was coming to get me. Lee Sin pings again, and so it looks like J4 might be in the general direction. Of course, I can't see these pings when I'm in the game. But it is 5 minutes, so J4 should be looking to gank me, and so he does come around for my blind spot there. And I use my Counter-Strike stun to try and survive there, and Lee Sin actually blows the Ignite. He got the knock-up on me, which is unfortunate, but luckily I was able to get under tower here. And so here's mistake number 1. Both of them are pretty much full health, and so it was pretty much the easiest kill of all time. Right there, so let's just go back here and just check out the situation. So I have 204 health. I don't have any health pots, and I don't have any health pots running. So that's what I'm at, pretty much. Lee Sin has 500 health. Tower does 176, so he's going to be able to take at least 1 or 2 tower shots. J4 has 700 health, so and plus a shield. And he has flash. So and Lee Sin has flash too. So they're going to be able to basically guaranteed kill me. Why did I stay around? I wanted the cannon creep. But if you look at it, there's pretty much no way I would have been able to get that cannon creep with these guys around, because they both have gap closers and ways to get me. So that was just my big mistake there. So we're going to replay this here. So let me just play. And we're going to do it in slow-mo, basically to watch what happens here. J4 does flash in and flag combo me here. So he flashes in, flag combos me, which pretty much kills me right off the bat. And then I put the Ignite on him just in case it might be enough to get him. He's at 93, and he gets 1 more tick of Ignite, so it's going to drop him to 69 health, but that's not enough to actually get the kill there. Skarner's going to come up. He's not going to be able to get the J4, though, because he's going to pop in this bush, and then J4's just going to run away here, and Lee Sin's going to safeguard him. So that was my first big mistake there. I shouldn't have stayed around there, and you know, it felt kind of silly that that I did that, and then Lee Sin ends up picking up a kill on Skarner. So at this point, my lane is pretty much guaranteed lost because Lee Sin's got a kill and an assist. He's got a little bit of an XP advantage because losing the cannon creep was a pretty big deal there. Let's see here, let me throw this back on me. Yeah, so he's going to have a ton of gold on me. So I'm going to come back to lane with a Doran's Blade, a longsword, and my flask is recharged, and a health pot. I believe I only have one. I didn't get a ward. If we look at my ward here, it's got, let's see here, it's not going to tell me how much time left is there. Oh, it gives me a rough estimate. That's about a minute left, I would say. And so I really needed a ward. And so what I try and do here, I do have my flash up, and I've got all my skills up, obviously. And so I want to come in and try and help this Gragas get a kill on this Annie, but I should have, basically, he got bursted down by Annie and he died. So I wasted some more time there, which is unfortunate. That was me trying to bring my value back into the game, because I can't win one-on-one unless I outplay the Lee Sin. So I was trying and gank for the Gragas there to kill the Annie, to kind of offset the fact that I'm losing by helping Gragas win his lane, but unfortunately he did die. So Lee Sin wards there, so that's like a 10-minute and 40-second ward. I don't remember if I put it in chat or not. That's something you want to make sure you're doing. I don't know if let's see if chat is on. Yeah, it's a little buggy. I think it's only for all chat also, so I wouldn't put W in all chat to let them know that we have the ward timer, but that's something you always want to put in chat, is that when you have a ward timer. And so Lee Sin's level 7, I'm level 5, so he has absolute control in this lane until I'm level 6. Then I'll be a little bit stronger, and you'll see that pretty soon here. But I should have just basically played like a baby until he pushed the lane up a little bit more, knowing that I've lost the lane, so I might as well sacrifice creeps. And just kind of try and salvage the fact that Jax does have a pretty good late game, as long as he doesn't get snowballed on by Lee Sin. But I kind of had a lot of faith in my health potions and stuff like that, and so I was a little aggressive. Once I'm 6 though, the damage for my ultimate is pretty nice. So if I hit him on my 3rd hit, do an additional 100 magic damage. If I hit him with my Q, it's 190, in my W, and an extra 40 in my auto. It's like, so my combo can be around 500 damage. And so I see the J4 coming. I activate my stun. I flash out. Lee Sin uses his W on the creep, ults me, gets the kill, and then Skarner, I think, manages to pick up the Lee Sin, but J4 does get away, I believe. Yeah. So another tower dive on me, and so we're going to go back here and see if there's anything we could have done better here, okay? So let's see. So I have 780 health. Lee Sin has 1300 health. Do I have any health posts running? Nope, I have no health pots running when I should. Just because I want to make sure I'm healthy here so I can actually trade with Lee Sin. Because if you look at him, he does have health potions, he does have Vampiric Scepter. But Lee Sin hits the Q on me, dives in. I start my counter-strike when J4 comes in. J4 ults on top of me. I get both of them stunned under the tower. He throws his Ignite off on me. I flash away when I think, let's see here. Did I have my Q up? Let's see. Let's actually go back here real quick. We're going to see if I had my Q up here, because if I had my Q up, I should have Q'd and then flashed. Let's see. Let me click on my guy. Let's go through this super slow motion here. So I have my Q up, if you see here. At least I should. I don't think well replay bugs that much on spectator mode. So what I could have done here is I could have jumped to this creep with my Q and then flashed even more and created some distance here so that Lee Sin couldn't just safeguard and get me with the old Dragon Rage there, because I have Ignite ticking on me, so Dragon Rage plus Ignite was enough to get the kill on me. However, if I had created more distance through my Q and Flash combo, then Skarner probably would have gotten the kill on Lee Sin, and I would not have died. So that's just a mechanical error there for me. So I'm just going to kind of skip through this here until I'm back up, and then I'm headed back to the top lane. So let's check out what my stats are at this point. 0, 2, and 1 assist there from that Skarner getting the kill. Lee Sin is 2, 1, and 1 with 55 CS, so he's up about 20 CS. I actually did get a ward this time. I got 2 wards, and again, I want to try and provide value to my team because I am behind, so I actually bought a ward to go put on their blue buff to try and make a play there. However, I do get really greedy. Right here, I place a ward over to try and steal the blue buff, but I have some poor decision making. Note that my flash has 205 seconds until it's up. So there's pretty much no way I'm getting out, and this is a suicide mission. And I already know J4 is there, and I know Annie's there, but for some reason I put the ward over. I used the counter strike, and I basically like just set myself in for a suicide mission. I think part of me believed that Gragas could come in and help, and so I did start fighting here. And when it first happened, I thought, man, if I would have just run away, I would have been fine. Lee Sin was coming from up top, so that would have been a little rough. What I should have done, let's go here, back here. First off, I shouldn't have jumped in. I could have just timed the blue buff and we could have been ready for next time. I jumped over. Look at my Q cooldown. I do have Q max, so it's going to be up in about 5 seconds here. So 5, 4, 3, 2. So what I should have been doing is positioning myself around here. That way I could Q over to Gragas and basically make a clean escape. Because at this point, my Q's been up. I already used Q to jump to do more damage there because I got greedy and I was trying to kill J4. Even though if I would have killed J4, it would have put the blue buff, or I mean, it wouldn't have, what am I trying to say? They still would have ended up getting the blue buff when I could have escaped with the blue buff, which would have been really nice. And unfortunately, Gragas did throw his ult there, and it wasn't quite enough to be able to kill the J4, which is unfortunate. But that was my mistake. And I know you guys are probably like, wow, like DoubleWinning, how are you gold 1? Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is a gold 1 gameplay. Like my first game when I got into gold 1, which was kind of a reality check because I had kind of been steamrolling my way into gold 1. But you're gonna have shit games, and you're gonna have games where you do incredibly well and you still lose, and that's just kind of how it goes. So I'm trying to farm here. I end up getting myself a Vamp Scepter because I think I want to build a Blade of the Rune King, or at least a Cutlass. When I could have just built toward Triforce, since, or at least like the Phage, because it give me a little bit more tankiness. But I think I did want the Lifesteal, just because I felt like if I got Lifesteal, I could survive in lane a little bit longer here. Maybe exchange trades with Lee a little bit more. But if you see here, Lee is again 2 levels above me. Skarner is coming up here, but Lee is incredibly mobile. And he looks like he had that warded. Let's see here. Maybe I just don't see the ward. Let's see if we swap to blue camera. Let's see. Yeah, so he's got that warded. So yeah, he was able to see Skarner coming and then just, was smart. He has an advantage, so he's warding, and so he's not going to lose that advantage. So, excuse me. And so like as you can see here, I can still kind of duke it out with him. And so if I was using my mechanics a little better here, I could probably still duke it out with Lee, even though he is. Let's see. Let's check gold here. Lee has 3,900, so he's 1,000 gold up on me, so he has a 25% lead of gold, which is absolutely insane. If you think about like team gold, a 25% lead would be like 40,000 to 30,000. Well, maybe my math's off there, but still, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Anyway, so I'm still like trying to go for trades here, just because I want to keep him low, just because I don't want him to be able to tower dive me. But at the same time, if I am low, J4 can come tower dive me, which studies have shown J4 likes to do on me. But right here, I was trying to provide a little extra aggression here because I didn't want him to get the cannon creep. But it looks like I'm not going to be able to stop him because I'm pretty sure he just walks up and eats the cannon creep here. Let's see. So he's being smart here. He actually, well, never mind, he's a dumbass. No, I'm just kidding. But he knows that I have the creep advantage, I have the health advantage, so there's no real reason for him to try and fight me right now. He can just wait for these creeps because they're going to push, and then he can just get them for free here. I could have pressured him a little bit more here, but I did not have a ward, and I was actually learning a little bit from my mistakes here. So I decided to go back here, and I believe I get the Bilgewater Cutlass and 2 wards. Yeah, I get 2 wards and a health potion. Again, I buy an extra ward here because I want to try and provide utility for my team to try and make a play here. So I'm pretty sure, or maybe I think this ward was actually just for personal use to hopefully use for a Q escape, but I think I end up using it just for vision. But I am 0-3 here. I'm trying to keep up in CS. I'm down 20 CS, which was what it was earlier, so that's good. He isn't creating even more of an advantage there. I put a ward there when, I don't know, those ward placements weren't exactly the best. I don't think they actually saw J4 once, so I was actually able to, with the ward I placed in here, I give myself a little bit of vision so I can try and steal this blue buff, and I think this is actually a safe steal here. Yeah, so I get a safe steal there. I actually have my flash up that time, so I am able to get away. I flash over the wall, and then we find a Lee Sin, and then I flash away, and then I use my cutlass and we're able to kill him. J4 actually, oh god, this is embarrassing. This is another just dumb mistake, like from me being on tilt here. So you know, we kill Lee Sin here. Lee Sin actually kicks me out of the J4 ult, I think. And so watch this. So we're fighting. He hits me with the Demacian's the Q, and then look at this. If I keep running, I would be about here. He gets me with the very edge of the flag toss, and he kills me. There was absolutely no reason for me to be even in the general area. So again, stupid mistakes because I was on tilt. I end up dying, bringing me to a 0-4. I know you guys are like, how many times is DoubleWinning gonna die? When he said he was gonna post a losing video, I didn't know it was gonna be this bad. And you know, you're gonna have bad games. And I kind of wanted to post this video because I know you guys have rough games, and like I know everyone posts, you know, on my how to get out of hell videos, like, what do you do when your top and your mid go 0-5, and I'm always 20-0 as Annie and LeBlanc and Trindamere, and like I don't know, like whatever. You know, everyone's a god at League of Legends, and I'm trash, etc. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. Oh, I totally just blanked. Like that's how often I die in this game. I didn't even realize that I had died here. So let's go over this real quick. I literally feel so dumb. I'm full health here. Lee Sin's full health. And J4 is I'm pretty sure is in this bush here. So let's see. Slow it down. I use my counter strike. And Lee Sin easily baits me into this bush here. Puts the Q on me. Launches the Q with the ultimate. Not quite enough to kill me. Oh, J4 is in that bush. Okay. Throws in the flag toss, gets the combo off, gets me with the martial cadence, and Lee Sin gives me the old slap-a-dap. Again, this ward, useless. Tri-bush. Since this jungle is not controlled, we don't have a ward in this area, so we have no idea if J4 is coming around here. Plus, if he flag tossed from this area, or, you know, whatever, I wouldn't be able to see. This is completely blind. What I needed to be doing was warding this, because I warded this probably 3 or 4 times. Never once was it useful. He always came from either here or came from the lane. So I'm actually going to lose my tower here in a second, which makes sense. And then I'll be back up here. And I am 0-5 now. 0-5, and I'm working toward my Blade of the Rune King when I probably should have just gotten more health just to be a meat shield at this point. Twitch is 5-1. I didn't know this because I was not paying enough attention. Ashe hits the Ashe arrow. Look at this. I'm already dead, and I jump in. Like, oh, it's just embarrassing. I mean, that was that. I don't really need to go over that one. I mean, I think you guys can pretty much see the mistake I made there. One, I just got absolutely shredded by Twitch, and 2, I just tunnel visioned. I saw the Ashe arrow and I was like, oh yeah, let's go. When I'm not strong enough to kill Sona, like even with the Ashe arrow, I wouldn't be able to kill her. Excuse me. And so that was just kind of a dumb mistake I made. And I think I am up here in a second here. And you'll see me die a few more times. And so I definitely think there was some things I took away from this game, though. And that's, you know, going over your replays and just being like, oh, I suck, or I'm the best. You know, that's not going to help you. You know, a lot of you guys are like, how do I actually gain from my replays? In this game, I actually did take away a lot. I've probably watched this replay 2 or 3 times. I haven't watched in like a couple days here, so I'm not 100% familiar on all the details. That's like you saw me like miss the death there not so long ago. But my ward placement, you know, when you're warding, remember what wards are for. They're to give you an advantage in vision. They're not just like some mechanical response you put in where like, I buy ward, I put in bush, I don't pay attention to that bush. No, if a jungler is, you know, giving away a pattern where he's ward or he's coming from a certain area, then ward that area. You know, like if J4 is consistently tower diving me, then freaking put your ward at the tri-bush. Also get a nice sweet little dodge there. Then I use Blade of the Rune King on him so I can get away because I'm using Blade of the Rune King active anytime here soon. And then I get gangbanged by 4 members of their team. It's pretty rough there, but I did get the tower, so I'm going to go ahead and say worth it. Sorry, I had a really long night last night, but I did want to record this commentary because I had been putting it off, and I didn't want to forget about the game or have it not be relevant, as well as if I update while replay. You guys know what happens. Everything goes to death. But, you know, I do hope you guys have taken some knowledge from this game here. I'm 0-7 at this point. You know, like, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, wow, you are a trash Jax, never make a Jax guide / whatever gameplay again. And that's fine. You know, my Jax stats aren't that great. But I definitely think, besides mechanically me making a few mistakes, there were some extra mistakes that I made here that caused me to die a lot. Like overextending without a ward. I have a ward in my inventory. I didn't place it because right now, if you look at the control we have. We don't have any outer turrets, so this is our control zone. Anything past here, like this general area, we do not own. So like Ashe is a little bit overextended right now, but I mean Annie and Lee Sin right here, and look, you can actually see him doing Baron with wall replay, but we had no vision of that whatsoever. Like we kind of knew they were doing it, but was there anything we could do about it? And so I'm up here. If you can see in the wall replay, there's about 2 minutes left of this gameplay here. And so you guys can pretty much assume where this is going because I did already tell you the result. Again, I try and put a ward at their blue buff, just trying to scrape away any sort of advantage I can. Also, I'm split pushing because at this point I'm not worth really any gold, which isn't really a good excuse. You know, I still should value my life, and also the blue buff ward there lets me see Lee Sin. And I thought, you know, maybe I'm 0-8. He's 3-2. He has a random endowment of Bloodthirst, so maybe I'll be able to fight him in a straight one-on-one. But not even close. Not even close. Actually, it was kind of close. I think if I would have used my skills better, it would have been a little better there. But yeah, it was pretty bad. I get killed by Lee Sin, bringing me to a 0-9 while they push in our base here. They did get that tower. They're going to push a little bit longer here. And then I actually can't fast forward anymore because this is towards the end of the game here. So I'll be up in about 2 seconds. Yeah, and they're just basically just going to push the win here. So I learned a lot from this game. Watching your ward placement, using your abilities mechanically, not staying around, you know, or using your mechanics to your advantage there. You know, if you aren't good with a champion, practice mechanics on it, especially someone with a jump like Jax or someone who has a stun, you know, auto attack resets, the little things that can make you more fine-tuned on your champion. And staying healthy early on. I know you get to a point where you're like 0-3 and you're like, how do I lane? You don't lane at that point. You've gotten shit stomped to the ground. You lose at that point, you know? But before then, you need to make sure you're always keeping your health above at least 75%, so that if you are going to get tower dove, like if it is someone who can tower dive you easily, you need to be ready for that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you learned a little bit from it. I know you guys wanted me to post a loss. Well, this is about the lossiest of loss that I can post. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like rating, and it'll encourage me to be a little less cherry picking, I guess, with my videos, because you know I think people like to watch victories more, which this was a victory just not for my team. It was for the old blue side, not purple side. So as always, guys, stay classy and keep winning.